Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm excited to be joined again by my friend and business partner, Mr. Michael Vincent, Mr. Podcaster Extraordinaire. He's always got these awesome intros. You got to watch the video to see exactly what I'm talking about. How are you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing fantastic. And if they do watch the videos, you're going to ruin the whole mystique because they're really not awesome.
No, they are. They're good. They're really good. Oh,
if there was
man.
no video and you just talked about them, then we'd really get some interest going. I wonder what those things are.
Oh, well, the hot topic for today, you and I are going to talk about, is your LinkedIn profile helping you or hurting you? Okay.
Mine in particular?
Not yours in particular, in general.
I was going to say, I didn't read that in the fine print, but okay.
At a high level, LinkedIn has been an amazing source of business development and partners. In fact, it's the best source. In the last 7.5 years, we started in 2018. I started doing more with social media and LinkedIn and getting deals done. And we've actually done A/B testing and looked at it. You get more engagement than email, than phone calls, than a lot of things if you use LinkedIn the right way.
Right. That's exactly right. That's right.
So we've worked with many companies on their LinkedIn presence and their sales outreach, but the LinkedIn presence is like your business card or brochure anymore. Like when somebody reaches out to me, I immediately go to LinkedIn. Do you do the same thing?
I do it. I do it before I reach out to people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, you back in the day, it was really hard to learn about a business other than, eventually you had, remember MapQuest, you could print out a map and you could see what the other businesses were around the cold call you were about to go make, right? You might learn something that way. But now it's so easy to get information. The first thing I do is look for information on a customer, a potential customer, or somebody who's trying to sell me something, particularly if they're trying to reach out to me.
Right.
And the more benign their message to me initially, the more investigating I do.
No, exactly right. We buy things, you and I both. And when somebody reaches out to me with something of value that I'm interested in, I go there, I look at their website and their LinkedIn. Okay. And if it doesn't grab me within the first 20 or 30 seconds, then I don't have time to dig. I don't have time to dig into what is their value. What is the value?
There, and it's got to be obvious. Yeah, it's got to be there. It's got to be obvious. It's got to be there. And the other thing is this, and I know good friend of mine who utilizes AI to do some investigation type of stuff, right? Like trying to decide I'm buying a service. Okay. Here's my business. Here's what I do. Here's one service. Here's the other service. What are the pros and cons of each? Now, the decision isn't made on what AI, Claude Sonnet, or ChatGPT bring back, but it does give you guidance on certain things, right? And one of the places it's going to go is your LinkedIn.
Right. Absolutely. No, and people that are doing it well and companies that we've worked with that do it well, they take off in growth.
For sure they do.
And so, there's 8 major sections, and I'm actually going to do a screen share today. There's 8 major sections with do's and don'ts that we want to kind of talk about.
They better be watching the video.
So it's this video needed right here for sure. The very first thing you see, Michael, the cover image right there, and then the profile photo. Those 2 things have to be on point with what you're doing. So like you and others that I know do a ton of podcasting. Your image is you podcasting. Okay. I know others that do the same, right?
Yeah.
It grabs you. It's like, oh, he must be podcasting. Right. So that grabs you. And then the cover image, LinkedIn has the blank blue or gray kind of images. Those, whenever I see those and somebody's reaching out to me to offer me a service, if I see that and I don't see within, like I said, 20, 30 seconds, what is it that they could do, then I'm gone. I have to move on.
Yeah, that banner in there. That's advertising billboard.
Yeah, right.
So
So
you
let's
use it
talk about
and use
some
it correctly.
examples.
Shouldn't be you golfing or you driving a fancy car or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And your headshot there isn't you, hitting the perfect pickleball shot. Maybe on Facebook, maybe. I mean, but
Yes, right, exactly. Yeah, it's
no.
something compelling in the cover image. If you're on a stage somewhere, or you have a podcast, or you've got a book, or whatever, something
Yeah,
that is going to be a conversational piece that ties into your value prop. That's the
yeah.
thing, right?
I get it. Yeah, 100%. Because if you put in there like your pickleball or something like that, you're the only people are going to be interested are the 1% of the population that play pickleball.
Right, right.
It's the only people that are going to look at it and go, "Oh, they're a fellow pickleball player." That's not going to make them buy from you either,
Right.
or engage with you either. It's just not. And I get it. People want to go, but I'm more than just what I do. Not on LinkedIn. You're not.
Yeah, it's a business profile. It's a
It's a
business
business
platform.
profile. Exactly.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. And then the other thing I see, and we've actually done A/B testing on this. The headline right here under my name is that what they call a headline. Whenever I see profiles that say I help companies scale with 59 million less dollars spent a year or whatever, I help companies do X, Y, Z. That's a
Hmm.
turnoff. That is a turnoff because you're
No, why is
afraid,
that?
right? Go
Why
ahead.
is that, Andy? Why is that a turnoff? Because my first impression would be that's what I would want to put on there. But why do you say that's bad? I'm not arguing with
Why
you. I just want you
why
to
it
explain.
is you're expecting immediately after connecting with that person that you're going to start getting spammed. But
Mm,
when they do that, what I recommend is, you know,
I get you.
title, title right there. There's other places
Yeah.
here to promote your value, and that's what we're getting to next,
It
actually.
seems like too much of a commercialized advertisement
Yes.
type of thing. Like, oh, no, this person's going to do that.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
I
We've
get you.
done
I
testing
mean,
on it. We've done testing on that of job title.
yeah.
And you could say author, founding member, CEO, executive VP. There's a lot of people we work with that have more than one position, right? They have more than one company that they work with. That's fine. But to go out there and say, rocket and a exclamation point, and I help companies reduce their admin costs by 85%. Talk to me now, kind of stuff. When you're getting that invite on the buyer side of the house, you're thinking, oh, goodness, they're going to hit me up with stuff right away when I go accept on that connection request. So we
Hmm.
just recommend not doing that. Where you do sell your value, and we actually, man, this is a big one. So I, like many other people years ago, I had a resume on my about section. It was like, I've been in the business for 30 years. I've worked with this. I've done that. I've been in 9 countries, etc. No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to connect with people to do either a partnership or a sale, your profile needs to really quickly outline for them what are the benefits of them connecting with you, right? So I really like using a question. I also like using bulleted points with numbers in it. We
Hmm.
help like 15 to 20% less administrative time, 60 to 80% time wasted on the phones gone. Bullets with
So this is like your
numbers.
achievement, almost like your question and an achievement on a resume.
Yeah, it's more on LinkedIn because it's a person to person. Think about the people that you're targeting, right? What would they be looking for if they were to work with you, right? So whether you work in vendor managed inventory systems or e-commerce automation or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it is that, what are the benefits, the value statement, the value prop? What is it that you're going to give them, right? And those numbers, it could be a range of return on investment, a range of savings, a range of revenue growth, whatever those things are.
Right, right. But it's
Those,
not one of these where, like, hey, I'm a sales executive. I can bring a book of $1 million worth of business. Your statements, and you can see it very clearly, are I have done it. This is what we have done. I mean,
Right.
this is part of sales, right? When you're trying to not, hey, my sales program or my widget can do this for you. My widget has done this. Where's your verification? This is your verification that you have value, right?
That's right. And then right after that, I always recommend testimonials. Now, a lot of times when we
Mm-hmm.
first start working with an executive, they're like, well, I've never gone out to get testimonials. Where you can start is colleagues you've worked with that can say something about the work you've done. Let's
Yeah.
say you've been in AI, you're in AI development now. Is there anybody that could
Mm-hmm.
talk about your prior software development and launches in some way? Like
Right.
other people you've worked with, right? Because I know some of the companies we work with, they've only been open for 3 months. Like they're still working to get that. But if nothing else, get some of your former colleagues to say some things. And in fact, on LinkedIn, you can request a testimonial from a colleague with the tools right built in. So you want to get some testimonials out there because there's just too much these days of marketing hype with no actual
Mm-hmm.
verified results, right? It's just too much of it going on everywhere. So to make yourself stand apart, you do that, right? So that's your about section. Then there's a thing called featured, which I highly recommend using, which is a case study, white paper, a magazine article, whatever that is going to, again, attract the other person to want to connect with you. That is something of value that you can give out there, right? So
Mm-hmm.
recommend doing some featured items on the profile.
I
And
love
of
it.
course, I love video. Video catches your eye. So, I'm sitting here watching this right now. We've got a video going on here on the profile where it just grabs your attention. Like, what is that? Right? It makes you want to dig in a little deeper. So we use video all over the place. You and I do, Michael.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, for sure.
Video is where it's at, bro.
Yeah, that's right in your activity action, right? Isn't it?
Yep. It's under your activity
Yeah.
posts. Yep. Uh huh.
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing I love about video is obviously it's moving, it's visual, it's catching your attention. And I also highly recommend in the video have subtitling as well.
Yeah,
So
subtitling is good. Yeah, yeah.
because LinkedIn by default has it muted, right? So when you have the subtitles, then you've got the ability for somebody to see what you're talking about and then dive in further.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then again, all the way through the experience is the next section. Again, with experience, basically bring in bulleted numbers, uh, whatever that is, right? Bulleted numbers, those pop, those just pop off the page. Boom. Those are the kinds of things. And then the next section, education, that's pretty basic, whatever education you've got. Volunteering. This is something that I think people on LinkedIn want to know who you are. Who are you? And if you have nothing there, you've never coached a sports team, you've never done anything volunteering wise, like it's like, I, do I really want to connect? It just helps them get to know you, really. It really does. It just gets to know you on a more personal level. And the thing I've seen with people that do this really well, they've got the know, like, and trust factor. They've got the testimonials, the volunteering, the results. It's that know, like, and trust. If you're going to connect with somebody, you got to have it.
Yeah,
So,
you definitely do.
and then the last area, there's a skills area where people can endorse you, of course, but you're at least, honestly, these days, if you're trying to get partners in business through LinkedIn, you need at least 3 recommendations on your profile. And that should not be hard to do with people that you've worked with, you know, colleagues, former colleagues, partners that you work with now.
Hmm.
Those that shouldn't be too difficult to get, 3 of those put together at least. So it helps. It helps a ton with connect rate, with engagements when you message people, all of those things actually help tremendously.
Hmm. I
So,
love it. I
yep,
love it.
those are the big ones. Those are the
I love it
big,
because too many people don't do anything with their LinkedIn profile. And it's been really a trend over the last really decade, my opinion, maybe longer, but it seems more so over the last decade of it to be a social usage, you know? And I'm not going to complain about politics or any other kind of thing. I'm just saying you see profiles that have nothing to do with what the person does.
right.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
and I think maybe that comes from you always hear the rhetoric about be a relationship seller. You can't just pound somebody in something. You need to build a relationship with them before you sell.
Yep.
And I don't disagree with that, but you also have to be able to put out there what is it that you actually do. What is
Yeah.
your value? What's your value other than somebody who also goes to the gym? Seriously,
Yep.
or can ask a witty question that makes you think every once in a while on LinkedIn. Like, do you see a blue dress or a gold dress or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that people very much underutilize LinkedIn,
Yeah.
very much. And I hear the struggle, and we talk to executives all the time, and it's like it's become harder to sell as the feedback we get. But it's that the buyer behavior has changed. Their standards didn't change, but where they go to get their information and where they go to buy your solution has changed. Website, LinkedIn need to be on point. Your social media needs to be on point with what value you're bringing out there, basically.
Agreed. Because when you say it's harder to sell, it's also harder to buy. We talk to people. It's hard to buy because really because if this is the perfect vehicle for you to put out there to make it easy for someone to buy from you.
Right.
So make it easy for them to buy from you.
Right.
Posting about the pie you made yesterday, or your favorite uh, car that you have in your garage isn't getting it done.
Yep.
You know what I
Right.
mean? That means you're a witty person. Okay, cool. I might like to have a beer with this person every once in a while. But when you see people who actually engage in thoughtful um, posts about the industry that they're in or about the solutions that they're trying to solve, then you become now you're doing something. Now you're being impactful. Now you're someone that people are like, I got a question. Maybe I can ask this guy. He sees, or this woman, she says she can do this, and I see her engaged, and she seems to be very intelligent. And there's 4 or 5 people that I know of in the industry, whether I know them or not, who are reputable that have a recommendation there, and I see some activity there. And right, all those little things that you put out there, Andy, all stick in someone's mind to go, I need to talk to that person.
Right. And it really will differentiate you. Let's say you're in an area where there's 2 or 3 other possibilities, even if the solution is a little different than yours.
Yeah.
They're still going to go there, look, and go, well, do I like this person or that person better to connect with and engage with, basically? And
Yeah.
the people that I see, that we've worked with, many, many companies that put out how to do this, how to do that, how to solve this problem, how to do that, make this kind of a change, make this kind of an impact, those kinds of things. They're getting inbound demand. Boom. Yeah, I want that. I want that. I want that. They're getting the
100%.
inbound demand. So, but if you're
100%.
just out there with a picture of a luxury jet and then you playing pickleball and then, hey, I'm awesome.
And you're posting about you playing video games with your kid or sledding or that type of stuff, all cute for Facebook, not going to get you the business because the people who are looking out there making the decisions have to then justify that decision, and the justification can't be, well, they're witty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've
Nice
got a really
choice.
compelling pickleball picture. So yes, we're
Yeah,
going to do some
yeah,
business.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
not how it
no,
works.
it's the thing that's awesome is you can use it to your advantage. It can
Yeah.
absolutely help. And it also on the converse side could hurt as well. So those are some
Well,
tips,
I mean, that's the other
tricks.
danger, right? We can get into the dangers of what not to do on LinkedIn, right? Because we see it all the time and we've seen friends do the wrong thing on LinkedIn, right? It's
Yeah, I'll just say one thing on that front. Don't engage in divisive conversations through LinkedIn, whether political, religious, those sorts of things.
yeah.
Don't. That's just going to be a red flag for a lot of people. A lot of people will say, "Nah, I'm not going to engage with them because they're in a rant and it's not going to work."
And here's the thing. It's it's not if you're a right winger, don't get engaged in it. And it's not if you're a left winger, don't get engaged with it. Or if you're this religion, don't get, or that in religion, don't get. Because most people say, well, it only, you know, you're making half the country mad. It's not
Yep,
true. It's really not true. It's more than that.
more than.
I know your personality. I know a lot of your beliefs, Andy. We've been friends for a number of years, and our beliefs together in helping people and blessing others and that type of stuff are something that you and I share, and it's the reason we're together. And we try and do these things together and work hard together because that's the end goal: is making the world a better place, right?
Right.
So, but if I were going off the deep end all the time, fighting with people about not helping out, etc., I may agree with your values, but it shows you something about my personality that isn't all that stable and can become a cancer in your business. Is
Right.
that
Right.
fair?
Yep, it is. Absolutely. And like you've been talking about, the algorithms are set up to pull you into divisive conversations, right?
Exactly.
Because they want you to hang out on their profile and interact. Okay. So the algorithms are set up so, oh, let's pull him into this crazy conversation over here.
Yeah, that's exactly
Um,
right. It knows what you likes, it knows what you dislikes, and it presents these things in a manner to get you up agitated so that you engage. And then the next thing you know, you're down a wild rabbit hole and you're believing in things that are completely false. And you've exposed yourself as this maniac on LinkedIn or whatever it is.
yep.
Don't
Right.
pay attention to the algorithms.
Yep, it is true. So, those are some tips and tricks for success with your LinkedIn, what to do, what not to do. We'll have more on this, I'm sure, in the weeks and months ahead. We've
Most
got a
likely.
book coming out this month, the 2V to 2R system for rapid sales growth. You'll see things out there on our coverage about that. We're super excited about it and excited to continue down this road with our clients of rapid sales growth projects. So, more to come.
Amen, brother. Peace and love, everybody.
Peace and love. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.